Hey y'all, it's Tyler Farr. Thanks to Cody Allen and CMT for having me on today. Time to answer some of y'all's questions. This question's from Sean from Chicago. He wants to know, where did you get the title Suffer in Peace for your new album? Well, Sean, thank you for asking. I actually got it because it's a song on my album and one of my favorites. Suffer in Peace is a sad heartbreak ballad. Uh, Probably the most country song I have on there. I've decided to put it as the title of the album because I thought it was very intriguing and different, and I want people to want to look up the whole album and read into it and see what else is on there. So thank you, Sean. This question is from Candace from Denver. She wants to know, what has been one of the biggest struggles you've gone through being in this industry? The biggest struggle I've probably gone through being in this industry is learning that with a hit and another hit just comes more work. Trying to manage that with the songwriting and being gone so much. I love what I do, but that's probably the hardest part and biggest struggle is being on the road all the time. Although I love what I do, it's probably the biggest struggle. Jesse from Omaha wants to know, what was your favorite song to record off Suffer in Peace? It had to be Guy Walks in the Bar or the song that'll be my next single after Guy Walks in the Bar, and that's Withdrawals, my favorite track I've ever been a part of the production on, and just thought it's right down the line of where we want to take this record and the records to come and my music. I think it's very unique and different. I think a lot of people will relate to it. So thank you. Ash from Savannah wants to know, do you ever see people at your concerts that you recognize from different concerts? Yes, we have what I consider mega fans, which they show up to a lot of concerts. And over the years, fortunately, been blessed to have a very strong fan base and some diehard fans, which I would take 2 million of them. So the answer to that is yes, we do. We have some that come to as many as 10 concerts a year, and we are very fortunate to have them. So thank you. Belinda from Caddo Mills, however you say it, wants to know, where do you get your material or inspiration for your songs? Well, to be a great songwriter or just a decent songwriter, to be a songwriter in general, you have to go through a lot of, you have to live life, which means, you got to get your heart broken. You got to make some mistakes, fall on your butt, get back up. That's what creates great songs. So songwriting isn't something it comes easy. It takes time, and I've learned from a lot of great songwriters and been able to hone in on my craft of songwriting and learned that you just have to be vulnerable. You go through heartbreak, you go through breakups, you have stuff to write about, you have material to write about. That's what we did with Whiskey My Water, which happens to be a happy song. You're in a good mood, you got good things going, you write a happy song. They're all different emotions. You just be vulnerable and you just let it all out, and that's what we try to do, and hope that the fans relate to it. Nava from Grantsville wants to know, what artist or band do you think would be awesome to tour with? I've toured with a lot of my friends and had an awesome luck with being able to be out on the road with good friends, and that's what I think makes up an awesome tour. The only person I really haven't been on tour with that I would like to be, just because he is a friend, but I haven't been able to tour with him, has to be Blake Shelton. He's funny. He's kind of an idiot like me, but love him to death and really love his music, and that's why I would want to tour with him, and hopefully we will here in a couple of years. Kendra from Burlington wants to know. She says, I love the song A Guy Walks Into a Bar. Have you ever picked up a girl that way? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I think the first time I met my girlfriend was in a bar, so there's probably been some in the past that I've picked up in a bar. So it happens throughout America. So I have to say yes, I have. Thank you. Amber from Rolla has a question. What's the song off Suffer in Peace that means the most to you and why? Let's see. This is a tough question. Probably a song called Why We Live Here. I was co-wrote. It's about our men and women, servicemen, across the country. We just did a Navy tour over the Persian Gulf right before Christmas, and this song was pretty much wrote it just to salute them and pay it back a little bit and show some respect to them and how much we appreciate them without doing it in an in-your-face way. This was just wanted it to be classy, but yet say, hey, we love what you're doing, we appreciate it, and you're the reason we get to live in a free country. So there's your answer to that one. Holly from Scranton. What do you do when you forget lyrics on stage? This is a very easy question. I just make them up. I do it probably about every night, every other night, hopefully. On a good week, maybe one show a week. Yes, I make them up. If you listen really close, you will probably hear me make up a word. So thank you, Holly. Teresa from Hamilton wants to know, what was it like the first time you heard yourself on the radio? It was awesome. It kind of weirds me out though, so I'm kind of weird about that. When I hear myself on the radio, I listen to it and make sure I'm singing in tune, and then I usually change the station because I have to hear myself about every night of the week. So it was awesome. It felt like I'd accomplished something. Thank you for the question, Teresa. Lacey from Nashville wants to know what's your favorite song you've ever performed live. That's a tough one. Probably Redneck Crazy. That was the first time I had a crowd singing back to me every word in the entire song, and it was a very special moment, and first time for me. So that has to be my favorite song I've performed live. Thank you, Lacey. Kelly from Mooresville asks, what will you do to celebrate if a guy walks in a bar, goes number one? Well, Kelly, we'll probably go to Chuck E. Cheese and play some skee ball, tear up some pizza. No, I'm joking. I don't know. We'll probably have a bottle of whiskey and pass it around and say our prayers and thank yous and call everybody, and then go to bed and get up and try to get another number one. Mary from Radcliffe asks, what's the inspiration behind your song Redneck Crazy? Well, Mary, I didn't write Redneck Crazy. I'm not a psychopath. I cut it though because I knew fans would relate to it. Oh, there's a turkey. Redo. Mary from Radcliffe wants to know what the inspiration behind my song Redneck Crazy was. I didn't write Redneck Crazy. I'm kind of crazy, but I'm not that crazy. I cut the song for the simple reason that I thought fans could relate to it, and it would really make them feel something, whether that's mad, sad, whatever. I knew that they would connect with it, because when your ex breaks up with you, cheats on you, whether you're married 14 or 50, it doesn't matter. You're not happy. You're really, really ticked off. So this song had a lot of truth in it, besides the beer can throwing stuff. Thank you, Mary. Ron from Jeffersonville says, a friend of mine really would like to know where you got the baseball hat you wear in the video for a guy walks in the bar. Trying to think what hat that is. Oh, I know. It's actually a custom hat a buddy made for me that owns a clothing company. It was, I kind of designed it and he put it together. If I see you, I'll give you one. Thank you. Jody from Little Falls asks, if you didn't become a country artist, what career do you think you would have? Oh, I would probably wouldn't be an underwear model. Probably would be a hunting or fishing guide or work in the outdoor industry. I would say that's my second passion. Or actually, he said country artist or songwriter would probably be the backup. And the backup after that is a hunting or fishing guide. Thank you, Jody.